Hey everyone. Hey, it's Mike from Destinations of Travel coming to you live today from the EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival, which is celebrating 30 years. We've got Moana topiaries out in the front of the park this year. You can see Moana, Maui, Pua, Hey Hey, and some decor behind them. Flower and Garden Festival kicked off yesterday and runs through June 2nd. We've got our passport right here. Let us know the food and drink menus available around the park, as well as some of the other offerings, which we are going to take a walk around to see. So let's get started. Hello, says Jess in the comments. We are live, so if you have any questions or anything specific you would like to see here at the EPCOT International Flower and Garden Festival, please feel free to comment, let me know. I will do my best to answer your questions. If I can't answer your questions, our Destinations to Travel advisors are much more knowledgeable than I am. You can get in touch with them by heading to d2travel.com or sending us an email at info@d2travel.com. Again, that's d2travel.com. Let them start planning your next Walt Disney World Resort vacation. Always good to get a plug out of the way early, right? We've got Pluto meeting and greeting. Looks like just normal Pluto. No flower and garden costume or anything like that. But nice to see Pluto meeting and greeting out in front there. All right, coming past Spaceship Earth. We're actually going to head to the left to start things off today because we had a little bit of EPCOT news in the past week. Spaceship Earth, 15-minute wait, I think it said. Yeah, 15-minute wait, and it actually looks shorter than that. Hi, Christy. I've already done a half lap around the park. It's busy. The festival just kicked off yesterday, like I said. And when a new festival starts, EPCOT's going to be busy. So despite the festival starting on a Wednesday as opposed to a weekend, it is still pretty busy here. So I'm surprised to see Spaceship Earth only 15 minutes. By the way, I apologize. It is windy today, so the audio might be a little thrown off. But I've had some technical issues with Facebook in the past couple weeks, so just happy that there is any audio at all. We are taking a break this week, by the way, from our Walt Disney World Resort Hotel Spotlight series, which has been going on the last few weeks. We have now live streamed from all three of the All-Star resorts, so you can go back and check those out. Oh, Christy says Flower and Garden is her favorite EPCOT festival. Oh, it is really windy over here. Apologize for the audio. Yeah, I mean, it's so hard. I love Flower and Garden, and somehow I think it might be my least favorite of the four festivals, which is crazy. I love it. It's so nice. The park never looks prettier than it does during Flower and Garden. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say Food and Wine is actually probably my least favorite. Because obviously the focal point of Food and Wine is the food and wine, or food and drinks in general. But all of the festivals have that, and then all the festivals have something else on top of that. So Flower and Garden might be ahead of Food and Wine for me. There are special offerings in Connections Cafe for the festival, as there typically are. There we go. And then, of course, you can find the festival merchandise in the Creation Shop. But we're going to head straight back here because there was a pretty big change here at Walt Disney World in the past week or so. And that is the fact that there is no longer the use of virtual queue on any attractions. Hi, Jack. Hi, Steven. So the last holdouts were Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind here. and Tiana's Bayou Adventure over at Magic Kingdom. Neither one of them is using a virtual queue anymore. So they are just standby waits. And we're gonna swing by over there to see what the wait time is for Guardians of the Galaxy. When I was looking before, it was 2 hours. So that's the trade-off with losing the virtual queue. But quick detour, we do have the Groot topiary here. There's Groot with the Greenhouse Mix Volume 1 behind him. All right, so let's head over to Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. And, oh yeah, I can see the line is outside right now. And probably has been since it got rid of the virtual queue. When they were using virtual queue, you would typically be waiting inside, but not too far inside. And you'd only wait about 45 minutes. So if it's posted at 2 hours, yeah, oh, yeah, there you go. You got plenty of extended queue out here. Where do you guys stand on the virtual queue versus standby? Do you like virtual queue? Are you happy it's gone? What do you prefer? Sorry, I'm trying to avoid like having my speaker pointed away from the wind. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I can see both sides of the argument for and against virtual queue, but here you go. This is the line for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind right now. And let's see what the posted wait time is. Oh, 70 minutes. So that's not bad. 70-minute wait time right now for Guardians. I would say if it levels out around that, then it's a win, not having virtual queue. I think when you get in and it's 2 hours and above, then you kind of prefer the virtual queue, right? I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. I'm curious what everybody thinks about the use of virtual queue or the lack of virtual queue. I like that comment from Christy. She says, I enjoyed virtual queue. It gives you that rush in the morning or afternoon to see if you get in the queue. That's funny. That's an adrenaline junkie right there. That's like I said, I can see the argument for or against virtual queue. That is not the argument I would have expected for it, but that's funny. I like that. Oh, got to pause for the monorail. By the way, as we're over here, Test Track still closed right now. It is supposed to open this summer. Completely refurbed into basically a new attraction. So I'm excited to see what they do with Test Track. All right, we're gonna head back into the middle of the World Celebration Gardens, and we're gonna head through over to the Communicore Plaza, which has been used as the festival hub in the past few festivals. I gotta get a move on. We got a lot to cover here. And I haven't even really gotten into the festival stuff yet. We saw a few topiaries, but that's about it. Jackie will be here in April. That's exciting. Always love counting down to a Disney vacation. We've got a Figment topiary right here in the middle of World Celebration. Of course, you got a photo pass photographer here. You can get your photo with Figment. By the way, the Forces of Nature show has been extended. We'll continue to perform here at EPCOT. If you haven't seen it, it is a fun sort of dance and acrobatic show. Jess says, I like what I've seen of the Orange Bird merch this year. I really like the Spirit jersey and the ears, which I think they might have in Communicore Plaza. If not, we'll see some at a festival marketplace on our way around into World Showcase. So again, Communicore Plaza has been used as a festival hub. So for Festival of the Arts, it was the celebrating 30 years of Disney on Broadway exhibit. I don't know if I got the whole name right, but something along those lines. It is a little bit different for Flower and Garden. Let's see. There's actually one of the food booths, more or less, the Farmer's Feast. And then they have seating. As well as a Spike the Bee topiary in the middle of the room. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but they are playing like really, really good acoustic versions of Disney music. Instrumental, acoustic. It's really nice. They were playing Rainbow Connection as I was in here before. Let me come around to the front of Spike here. Okay, I was wrong. They don't have any of the merch in here right now. Oh, there you go. There's Rainbow Connection right now. And there is Spike. Let me catch up on a few comments here. Steven loves the Figment topiary. So does Christy. Jess also likes the Orange Bird ears. You don't wear the Disney ears all that much though, so I don't know that I need to pick them up today. Audrey says my plan is the Alice ears. I haven't seen Alice ears. I'm gonna have to go back in and look. Hi, Randy. Oh, actually, this is funny. Here's a good idea of the Orange Bird ears. Actually, these are different, aren't they? Similar. But we'll see them as in one of the marketplaces as we make our way around. So right over here in the Communicore Plaza, you have another food booth just next to the Celebración Encanto show. You've got the Florida Fresh booth, which I just tried some food from. I got a Cuban sandwich and a strawberry shortcake and a strawberry shortcake flavored beer, which was really good. But all the food was fantastic. You'll see pictures on our socials in the near future. Hint, hint, tomorrow is a Foodie Friday, so there you go. All right, let's head towards World Showcase finally. And it's crazy because I'm realizing now I'm not heading over towards the land. That is where the Butterfly Garden is. We might have to come back to Flower and Garden to cover everything. There's just too much to see. I don't think we're gonna get over to the Odyssey either, so we'll have to go over there another time. Now, a lot of the topiaries you will notice are familiar from years past. I don't remember seeing a Phineas and Ferb topiary. I could be wrong, but Phineas and Ferb. I wish there was a Perry. I want a Perry the Platypus topiary. Here we go. Here's some merch. We got a festival marketplace here. Stephen S. is the strawberry shortcake beer my favorite? No, it's not my favorite, but it was really good. Oh, here we go. Here are the Orange Bird ears. They come around the other side. We got a Orange Bird lug bag here first. And then we got the Orange Bird. Oh, they are the same as what I saw over there. Yeah, I really like these. These are nice. Let me see. Do they have the... Yes, they do have the Spirit jersey here. So the Flower and Garden Spirit jersey. Oh, it's like a, I don't know how to describe the material. Almost like a towel material. The Orange Bird pattern in there. It's really cool. It is kind of soft. It's nice. I really like the design. And we got some Mickey merch here too. Oh, I like this. This is cool. It's like a little topiary. Oh, this is the pass holder merchandise. A little shirt with that Mickey on it as well. And then right across the way, we've got the Mickey, Minnie, and Pluto, oh, and Chippendale topiaries. And of course, photo pass right here. There's Chippendale. There's Minnie. And then Mickey and Pluto. Christy says, I have a serious Spirit jersey problem. I'm sure a lot of people do. You're not alone. I've actually never owned one. And, you know, we live in Florida, so it's rare that I wear long sleeves. I actually wore a light hoodie out today, and it is in my backpack now. It's too warm for it, so. We have the Blossoms of Fragrance garden here, presented by Scentsy. And then, of course, the iconic flower quilt of Flower and Garden here. Like I said, EPCOT never looks better than it does during Flower and Garden. And we're not going to make our way over there this time, but you can see there is a new playground over there. Play Along Bay, I believe is the name. There's 2 seafood food booths over there as well. So it fits the theme. It's really nice. I don't know if you can really tell. They have like lights hanging. It is covered, so it's in the shade. It's really nice. It's a bit noisy because it's, you know, that's a playground, but there's plenty of seating over there if you get food at those booths as well. Yeah, Chrissy is right. It's, like I said, EPCOT is, it never looks better than it does during Flower and Garden. Now we've got the Encanto topiaries back here. They were up in the front last year. Now Moana has taken up that front spot. Now we're going to head this way towards Mexico to start our lap around World Showcase. Audrey says, I have a serious ear problem, which out of context sounds like something very different. But we know you mean you're collecting Disney ears. Mostly a collector now, but still occasionally wear. We've got Asha meeting and greeting over here. She's been holding down this spot for a while now, since Wish hit theaters, what, 2 years ago? Let's see if we can get a good view here. There's Asha. All right, our first food booth here is Trowel and Trellis, which is the impossible booth, I guess, for lack of a better term, which just means that it is used as impossible meat. So it is all, well, vegetarian. I don't know that it's completely vegan. I don't believe so. No, so they got the soy. Oh, yeah, it's not actually all impossible because they have the soy glazed pork sticky ribs. And then you got the farmhouse meatball, which is an impossible meatball, which is listed as vegan. And then right across from the entrance to that booth, we've got the Mexico Pavilion booth. So the menus, as far as the booths around World Showcase, they are mostly the same offerings they had last year. Very few new items. There are plenty of new items in the other booths, just not really around World Showcase. So here we've got a taco, we've got a giant tostada, we've got a chocolate flan, which looks really good. I will definitely be trying pretty much everything there. And then across the way here, we've got a Cocoa topiary with Miguel and Dante. And here you can see inside the Odyssey, we're not going to head in there right now. It is the Citrus Blossom. This is where you will get your Orange Bird Sipper. We're going to continue our lap around World Showcase. Like I said, we might have to come back and do a second tour of the Flower and Garden Festival because there's just too much.
Citrus Blossom.
And like I said at the top, it is busy today, so we might have a hard time getting around World Showcase. But we'll get there. It's just going to take some time. Christy asked, do they have Frushi this year? I believe so. I can double check the menu as we're making our way to the next pavilion. I didn't get over to Japan yet, so I didn't see it, but I believe they do. It's such a crowd favorite that they could not get rid of it. They do. I'm looking at the menu right now. They do have Frushi over in Japan. I know everybody loves the Frushi. I have not tried it. I don't know what it is. I guess I'm usually looking for something like savory. And there's, if I am looking for something sweet, there's so many other desserts. I just haven't tried it. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. Christy says it's her favorite. Let me see. Steven said a crossover between Coco and Encanto would be awesome. I am looking forward to the Encanto attractions we are getting over in Disney's Animal Kingdom sometime in the future. We don't know exactly when just yet, but quick pause for the beauty of Epcot. It is a beautiful day right now. Again, a little bit windy, but that just keeps it nice and cool. And a tip for visiting this time of year, as I've said for the past couple months, be prepared for anything. We have had weather from the 50s into the 80s, just in the past 3 days. So just be ready. You might not think it's going to be cold, but you'll get out here in the morning and you might have a surprise day where it's 40 degrees and wish you had a sweatshirt with you. So just be prepared for anything. And as we into the end of Norway, we've got the snowflake topiaries over there, and that's because we've got Anna and Elsa on the other side. And then we enter China, and we've got the China Pavilion food booth here. Let me see, I believe they have the photo menu on the other side. Quite a line for China right now. It is lunchtime, so you're going to see some long lines for food, but some of them are definitely longer than others. Yeah, here we've got crab wontons, a beef bao bun, and vegetable dumplings. I would have all of those.
Hey, Rachel. Do you want to explore in China?
We've got a panda topiary in here as well. Of the menu items we've seen so far, what does everybody think? What are you most likely to try if you were visiting the Flower and Garden Festival? Or maybe just a booth in general? Mexico, China, trowel and trellis. Going by the refreshment outpost now. They have an impossible something. Let's see. Jamaican beef patty featuring impossible beef and spicy papaya syrup. That sounds pretty interesting. I would try that. And a seasonal fruit parfait as well. Randy says, anything food. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at. If it's food, I'll eat it. Like I said, I tried the Florida Fresh booth up in the front. I had the Cuban and the strawberry shortcake. Both very, very good. Randy excited for, I think, just the words or the ideas of spicy. Which, you know what? I'm on board with that as well. Okay. More another festival market here. You can find the Orangeburg ears and some more Orangeburg merch. Stephen also on board with the impossible spicy Jamaican beef patty. Let's get around here. We got the Germany Pavilion booth. I believe everything here is the same we had last year. Okay, you've got potato pancakes, the toasted pretzel bread, and the warm cheese strudel. Which again, yes, all of those, I'm on board. And of course, it is Germany, so they do have a selection of beers as well. And again, you can see the crowds here. Randy reminds me to check the trains. We will check the trains as we get over there.
3:30, and I don't want 3:30 because our dinner's at 3:40.
You have the Seven Dwarfs topiaries over here. I wonder if we'll see anything change with this after the new Snow White movie hits theaters. Not for this year, obviously. That topiary will remain throughout the festival run, but maybe for next year. All right, Randy, here you go. Here are the trains. And get me a beer from the Germany booth. I can't do that one, sorry. So it's probably hard to see in the video, but if you look down here, you can see the banners on the light posts there. They do change those out for the festival. So there are Flower and Garden Festival banners there. So it's a fun little detail. There you go. There's the train set here in the Germany Pavilion. Which, I mean, those of you who've been watching for a while know, I'm still pushing for Disney to just strap a GoPro and live stream all day long. You know how many of us will watch that? So many. We got Primavera Kitchen, the Italy Pavilion booth. Let's see, we've got a salad. We got a penne and shrimp, and then you got a cannoli. Oh, that's funny, like a chocolate dirt cannoli, so like cookies and cream. They got the gummy worms and everything.
Or did they drive past?
Here's a good idea. Just how crowded it looks back here today. And I think the trade-off with taking virtual queue away from Guardians of the Galaxy means you would have more people waiting in line for that, which means fewer guests around the rest of the park. And you wouldn't know that right now. We are entering the American Adventure Pavilion. We've got the America Gardens Theater on the right, which is host to the Garden Rocks concert series. Let's see here. I think they have the board right over here. Yes, here we go. I don't know if you'll be able to see this here, but we've got Evolution Motown is performing tonight. Let's see some of the other names we've got on here. Rick Springfield, Sugar Ray. So you got a lot of the returning performers. I don't know why I'm even showing you guys the list. You can definitely not read that, but I'll pull up the. Oh, actually, I don't think they have the entire list on the passport here. I think they just give you like a QR code to take you to the website. But if you want, I can show you that, and you can always scan that and check out the full list. Simple Plan was on there. They're back again. A lot of returning performers. Yeah, I don't think they have the list in here. I'm trying to look with one hand. All right, we're gonna come back here towards American Adventure, or the festival booth here. And you have the Tiana topiary here. There is Tiana.
What's up, chat?
And as we make our way over to the menu for this booth, here is the, sorry, it's not in focus. I'm trying to get it to focus as I keep walking. The QR code for the Garden Rocks concert series here. I'll show you here in just a second. Let's see. There you go. If you'd like to scan that, you can see the entire list. And here is the menu for Magnolia Terrace, the American Adventure Pavilion booth. We got a muffaletta, we got spicy chicken gumbo, grilled Gulf oysters, and bananas Foster bread pudding. This might be my favorite menu item for any Epcot festival. I think it was 2 years ago I tried that for the first time, and it's so good. Oh, there you go. Jess has posted the entire concert lineup in the chat there, so you can see that. We have reached the halfway point of World Showcase. This is a good time to remind you that if you would like to get out here for the Flower and Garden Festival, or just to Walt Disney World in general, you can head to d2travel.com or send us an email at info@d2travel.com. Let one of our amazing advisors start planning your next Disney vacation today. It is no additional cost to you. They are experts at planning a Disney vacation, which is not easy these days. So let them do all the heavy lifting, take all the stress off of your plate, again, at no additional cost. So it's a no-brainer. Again, d2travel.com or info@d2travel.com. So over here, we've got some bonsai trees, as well as the dragon topiary.
Look at the dragon here.
Usually they have the, oh yeah, they do. Okay. Just looked a little bit smaller than last year. They have the noise garden out here. Sort of the perpetual motion machine as the water runs and creates various sounds. And then here we've got Hanami, the Japan Pavilion food booth. And this is where you would get the frushi that Christy was talking about. Let's try and get around the other side of it here, so I'm not standing in front of everybody. You can see there's the frushi. You got a steam bun, which is filled with savory flavored vegetables and plant-based soy meat. You got a ramen cup and the takoyaki, which is octopus balls. Sounds like we've got some live music going in Morocco right now.
I need a call and there's no place together. It's just like now I'm like I need at least you have it, you don't.
The Japan booth always has something good. Like Christy was raving about the frushi. During Festival of the Arts, they had the Wagyu bun that was fantastic. That was so good. Like I said, there was a band performing over here in Morocco. Looks like they just wrapped up. It is, this is probably the most crowded I've seen EPCOT in a while. At least since the holidays. We do have the Muppets, Miss Piggy and Kermit over here. And then you've got La Fresca, another food booth here. And I did come back here before because I wanted to try, I don't think they have a photo menu. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Right by the booth itself. So I did come back here to try the Jamaican jerk chicken, which looks really good. But the line was a little bit too long and I had to get the live stream started, so didn't get a chance to do that. I will be trying it at some point. I was also going to get this coconut chocolate I guess it's flan cocoa. So it's just like another chocolate flan with passion fruit caramel. Sounds really good. Chocolate cake, coconut custard. That all looks delicious. It also smells really, really good over here. Let's see if we can get across the crowd here. There we go. And make our way over to the France Pavilion. Yeah, Steven's with me on that. That booth looks delicious.
Wait, is this it?
All right, we've got Fleur de Lis over here. The France Pavilion booth. Let me see if I can get a look at the menu. Come around the other side. We've got a cheese croissant. We've got gnocchi, a chocolate cake, and a beignet. That all looks pretty good. I rarely actually get the France Pavilion because the line is typically pretty long. But those look pretty good. I might have to try those this year. We'll make our way across the bridge towards the UK Pavilion. And we actually don't have another festival booth until we reach Canada. There are some special offerings at Joffrey's outside the World Showplace, which is not open this year and hasn't been in quite a while. Actually, they started using that when a lot of other things were closed for the pandemic, but they haven't really been opening that up lately. But we will also see some festival topiaries as we make our way through the UK. I also saw a lot of guests in line for a character meet and greet, but it wasn't quite where Alice would usually meet. So I'm not sure. Well, maybe we'll see if there's another character out here. I don't see anybody towards the World Gateway entrance out right now, which is the entrance over by Disney's Boardwalk Resort.
Where you go?
Or Disney's Boardwalk, I should say. Let's see, yeah, I do still see guests in line for a character. Oh, it is Alice. She's just not where she usually is. Let's see, let's hop into the garden here. There's Alice. And you got the tea garden back here. I'm actually going to loop around here. And you can see all different types of teas in this garden back here. And the steps of tea production. It's rare that I venture back into the UK pavilion, or really any of the pavilions to be honest, but got some bonus topiaries back here. Got an elephant over there. Maybe a heffalump? I would guess that's a heffalump, right? And then we saw the Mickey topiary. You can see quite a bit of the UK pavilion in one of our videos over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/D2travel. when Jess and I tried to play hide and seek in World Showcase. It was a really fun experience, and I want to try and do that again. Maybe we'll bring that back sometime soon. What do you guys think? Is that something you'd like to see again? Have you even seen the hide and seek video? Again, that is over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/D2Travel. And we got topiaries out here. We got Pooh and Rabbit. And then we've got Tigger, Piglet, and Eeyore. Randy with a comment that you can only see on one of our live streams. I'd call that a heffalump. There's really no other context where that would be a comment that makes any sort of sense. Oh, and Steven even goes more specific. It could have been Lumpy from Pooh's Heffalump movie. There you go. And we've got more topiaries here. We got Talk, as well as Pan and Hook. There you go. Jess just posted the link to what I assume is our hide and seek video. To me, it's just a URL, but I would imagine that is the hide and seek video in the comments there, if you'd like to check that out. That was a really fun time. Like I said, we'll try and bring that back in the future. Spoiler alert, I wasted a lot of time in the UK pavilion.
Oh, yeah. One.
All right, as we come into Canada, we've got the Northern Bloom booth, a fan favorite for every festival. Well, the Canada booth, not Northern Bloom, which is specifically the name of the Flower and Garden booth. But we got seared scallops, beef tenderloin tips, and a chocolate maple whiskey cake, which I can't believe I have not tried before. That is like, I like all of those words. We got our Bambi topiaries over here. Randy says, get me the braised beef from the Canada booth. Are you talking about the tenderloin tips? Because otherwise, they do not have a braised beef. I'm going to try and make my way over to Refreshment Port, where they do have a special poutine for the festival. Was a caprese poutine for Festival of the Arts, and now for Flower and Garden they have a Provence poutine, which is special herbs and spices, a typical Canada mixture. Randy and Chrissy both on board for the whiskey cake. Which, again, I agree. That sounds like something I would absolutely be jumping on. And yes, did mean the tenderloin. Good. We've avoided disaster. There's no favorite missing from the menu in Canada this year. All right, we've got Pineapple Promenade. I believe this is our last booth as we make our way around. There are some booths that we did not get to, but again, we might have to get out here for another lap around the park for the Flower and Garden Festival. Here you got the spicy hot dog and the frozen dessert violet lemonade. Frozen desert violet lemonade. Not dessert. It was one S, not two. You can have two desserts. You cannot have two deserts. That's my trick. All right, we have made a lap around World Showcase. We're going to head back up to that Mickey topiary we saw, the Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, Chip and Dale topiary. And we're going to wrap things up right there. So So if you have any last minute comments or questions, feel free to drop them in there. Again, the Flower and Garden Festival just kicked off yesterday and runs through June 2nd. So you've got plenty of time. Oh, Steven said if the spicy hot dog is dairy free, I'll go for it. I believe it is. It's been a while since I've had it. I don't think there was any like cheese or anything. So I believe that is dairy free. And again, here is the passport for the Flower and Garden Festival. Again, it does run through June 2nd. So you got plenty of time to get out here, check out the Flower and Garden Festival. And if you don't make it, Food and Wine Festival is right behind it. So it's rare that you get out to EPCOT and there's no festival going on these days. Monorail. Good timing. All right, so as we approach our end here, actually, I see another set of ears that are probably the Alice ears that, I'm sorry, who commented about the Alice ears earlier? I cannot remember, but I believe this is probably them. Nope, this doesn't look like Alice. Maybe not. Wait. Oh yeah, it is like Wonderland. Yeah, here you go. These are really cool. Some Alice in Wonderland ears for Flower and Garden. Really like the colors of that one. That is really fun. But we're gonna end, like I said, with a look at this topiary here again one more time. Randy, thank you for setting me up, asking when is the next resort live stream. So if you haven't been following along, we kicked off our Walt Disney World Resort Hotel Spotlight series a few weeks back. So every week, almost every week, this week obviously we are taking a break from that. But let's say every other week going forward, just about. It's going to be hit and miss, but we will be spotlighting a specific Walt Disney World Resort Hotel all week long. So, for example, the past 3 weeks, we have taken a look at all of the All-Star hotels, the All-Star Sports, All-Star Music, All-Star Movies. And we kick things off on Monday with a quick overview of the hotel. You then get a look at the rooms, at the food, and at whatever makes that resort special. And then we end the week with a live stream from that hotel. So we will be back next week in our Resort Spotlight series. And no spoilers, but this past Tuesday was Mardi Gras. So that gives you a little bit of hint of where we'll be next week. So keep an eye out for that. We actually are going to have a 2 live stream week next week because we will also be out at Disneyland as the Food and Wine Festival at Disney California Adventure kicked off recently. So Robbie will be out at DCA for us, showing you the Food and Wine Festival. So keep an eye out for that as well. Both of those live streams will be right here on our Facebook. So be sure, if you haven't already, to like, follow. And of course, again, you can head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/D2Travel for additional content. Like Hide and Seek World Showcase. I almost said Spaceship Earth. Hide and Seek and Spaceship Earth would probably not be very effective. Hi Kay, sorry you made it just in time for the end of today's live stream. We are about to wrap things up right here. But one more time I will mention the Flower and Garden Festival runs through June 2nd, so you got plenty of time to get out here and enjoy it. So you can head to d2travel.com or send us an email at info@d2travel.com to let one of the Destinations to Travel advisors start planning your next Disney vacation. Again, it is no additional cost to you. If anything, they are going to save you money. They're going to take a lot of stress off of you, make your planning process so much easier. Yeah, and as Christy says, thank you to Jess for sharing some information in the comments there. Again, we have the entire Garden Rocks concert series lineup in the comments, as well as the link to that hide and seek video if you'd like to go and check that out. But that's going to do it for us today. Again, 2 live streams next week right here on our Facebook, so keep an eye out for that. And again, d2travel.com. That's d2travel.com. Thank you so much, everyone, and I will see you all real soon. Bye.